I know I cover up my fault lines with silly putty. Like the laugh's gonna make the bad shit turn to nothing, but that's rubber.
So I've always seen posts about like art block and whatnot, and I think I thought art block meant something that it didn't. So I'm gonna read off the definition I found on Google so you understand apparently what I didn't understand. It happens to traditional and digital artists alike, starting with the basics. An art block, also known as a creative block, is a period of time when an artist cannot access their creativity and or they cannot bring themselves to create new pieces of art. They feel like they have ran out of drawing ideas. Now, that's what art block is. It's when you feel like you can't draw or you just can't bring ideas to your head, and so your ability to draw is stunted for a while. That's not what I thought it meant. I thought art block meant like, you know, when you have the feeling to draw, that's when I draw the best stuff, is when I have that feeling of, ooh, I want to make this. You know what I mean? And you draw it and it's like you work really hard on it because you're passionate about it. I thought art block was like when that passion isn't there and you could draw something but you just don't put feeling into it. It's not a piece you're proud of. It's not like that creme de la creme type piece where you're like, I like drawing this and I feel good about it. And as soon as I found out that art block isn't that, and I found out actually what it was, I was like, okay, I get it. I get the post where it's like, oh, art block doesn't exist. People don't have it. You know, it's not a thing. I'm like, yeah, people are right about that. If you don't know and you haven't seen these types of posts on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, all of it, people always are making posts about how art block doesn't exist and how young artists are just this, and it's always young artists. And it's like, no, I think art block is just a way to describe a feeling that isn't actually what the definition of art block is. Pretty much what I said before, where you just don't have that passion to draw and it's not something that you'll be proud of. You can just draw like Mickey Mouse and you'll feel nothing. You'll just feel like dead inside. That, I feel like, what people describe as art block, like in their minds. But like, you know, we all have that definition that I just read off as like the basis of this is art block. But honestly, I feel like more people think of it as if I just don't want to draw this. This has no passion, no love, no care in it. It's just a drawing I made and it means nothing. Because technically, if we're going by the technical version, no, art block doesn't exist. You can always draw, no matter if you hate life, no matter if you have no hands, you can draw something. Use your teeth. You can draw and paint whatever. Hell, you can just find a random ass character and draw them. Obviously, if that's the definition, or that's the definition people have been going by, obviously it doesn't exist. But I think more or less people mean just, I don't feel, this is gonna make me feel more dead inside than I already do. I'm not gonna have passion in this. I don't want to draw this. And when it is described that way, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. People have art block all the fucking time. Big artists, small artists. You always don't want to draw. And the stuff that you draw may not be something that you're passionate about. It may be your job. It may be somebody asks you to do it. There could be 100 reasons why you may have to draw whatever you're trying to draw. That does not mean that that drawing fills you with joy. It just means, I gotta do this, you know. Yes, boss. I'll make the comic. And you're crying and dying a little bit inside. And I feel like the way that you may stop that is just taking a break, honestly. If that's how you're feeling and that's what you are describing when you think of art block, then you just need to take a break. Trust me, personally, I draw all the time. And you can see it in my drawings, in my videos, when I just don't want to draw something because it looks terrible. Because if I don't feel passionate about that drawing, I'm not going to take the extra effort to clean up the lines. I'm not going to take the extra effort to make the colors go together. I'm not going to take the extra effort to make it look pretty. I'm just going to be like, his face, eyes, smile, we're good. That's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to do anything else. It's not like I don't want to look pretty or I don't want presented well. It's just the passion's not there. And honestly, if you're not doing something with passion, it's hard to want to do it at all. Someone vacuuming? Let me try to keep going through this vacuuming. In my opinion, if you don't feel it, you don't feel it. There's nothing you can really do about art block in that sense. You just really can't do much about it. I mean, you could try to look on Pinterest and whatnot to get creative or get that motivation back, but honestly, if it's gone, sometimes it's just gone. Sometimes you're just like, I can't draw today. This is why it's easier for people with a job to do it, because they have a specific task they have to do. They may not care, they may not put that heart and soul into it, but they have to do that task. But if you're like a regular Instagram artist that's just like, this is your hobby, just put the pencil down. Try again later. But I just wanted to say that because I think I read a post about art block and I was like, does art block mean what I think it means? Because I think I don't know what art block means. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I'll see you guys later. EB.